Askarov now right over Moreno and offers some hammer fists here.
None of these are landing flush. Moreno's doing a good job.
Your partner steps inside your legs. You go from outside elbow to oppose any partner's hip. You block your partner's far leg, and you push the hip on the hip, and your partner falls down, and you get up on top. Okay? So now, let's take a look at what actually happens in high-level competition. If I just post my partner's hip, okay, we can go anywhere from the back of the hamstring here, behind the knee, down to the ankle. This doesn't really make too much of a difference. If I just post my partner's hip, and I go to push my partner backwards, what happens? Your partner always manages to lean her weight onto this foot and step her far leg out and away, and she back steps out. So you get an off-balancing effect, but you don't ever sit your partner down to the floor. So you go in, you start in here, you got to push partner's leg, and she stumbles, but she doesn't actually fall down. You feel that was close, but no scar. Right? What we're looking to do is to get our partner down to her butt. Okay, now you're not always going to be able to do this. You can drastically increase your percentages by doing one simple thing. That's keeping this foot off the ground. Okay? So we're going to take an outside del hiva, we place a foot on our partner's hip, and we place a sticky hook behind our partner's knee, and as we push, just lift this foot. The only way that your partner can take weight off of this foot is by leaning all of her weight to this foot. So if you simultaneously take this foot off the ground and push as she goes to lean and step out, it's impossible. And now from here you have a choice of going to the legs or coming up right away and getting to top position. Okay? So we're going to come up. She puts a leg to the inside, we go foot to the hip. Okay, now, you don't play with the foot and the hip. You can't play here for too long and just telegraph it, because the second your foot goes to the hip, everyone knows it's coming. Tripod sweep. Everybody knows tripod sweep. So you find yourself going in, a partner either peels the foot off the hip, but you won't allow it, or you put a foot on, you push the leg across, and now you're getting off leg. So I usually recommend, if you're doing this live, to just be playing here off balancing your partner, and then right away, you go in. Now, when we go to take our partner's foot off the ground, all we're going to look to do is to pull the foot in line with the toes. So the toes point out in this direction, I pull the foot in that same direction. As I do that, I elevate this foot. There's an immediate drastic difference. If the foot's on the ground, step up. Foot on the ground, step up. It's easy. Every time the first foot is on the ground, she goes to step out, it's going to easily come back. The second the foot comes off the floor, step out, she falls down. They have a variety of entrances that you can go to, starting, of course, one leg and having the ability to switch legs we talked about, or just coming up and get to top position. Okay? So now, once we actually set our partner's butt to the floor, the battle's going to be on top. It's going to be to actually get on top. Because getting your partner's butt to the ground and getting on top are two different things. Okay? So we come in, she has hands on me, we place the foot up onto the hip, we take the foot off the ground. So as we push, we elevate the foot, and we set our partner's butt down to the floor. The second we go to get up, we immediately tuck our leg in from the heel to the butt, or heel to the hip, and bring our heel to our butt. Now, what your partner wants to do is to clear the grip on this ankle and to high step. Get her knee back underneath her. So it's imperative that as we go to get up, we keep a grip on the ankle. So from this position, as we both go to get up, I heist from my butt up to my knee. As she goes to heist with me, she can't because the leg's controlled. And now from here, I have the height advantage. As she goes to get back up, I lift, I walk her back down to the floor. If, for example, your partner chooses to use a heist in the opposite direction, so as we both go to get up, she turns in that direction, then we just come up with a 2-on-1 on the leg. And now she has a choice. She can stand up with me and go run away from me, give me back exposure, or she can face me, and then from here we can come in and start to go through all of our single leg attacks. Okay? So we start off with a tripod sweep where we come through, we catch, we elevate the near leg off the ground. As our partner goes to step out, this makes it incredibly difficult. The second we land, heel comes in, and we immediately just heist all the way up to a knee. So as she falls, we both go to get up. She goes to height, she can't. Okay? And now from here, I have the height advantage, I can easily get back to top position. So it's about getting the height advantage. If you lose control of this ankle, and now you both go to get up, you lose every time. If you start on bottom, you're at a disadvantage. But keeping this ankle, as we both go to get up, I always win. Now she moves in the opposite direction, it's back exposure, or she faces me, we can come through and take the leg up and start to go into all our attacks with takedowns or back attacks from there, obviously. Okay? So the main difference between a basic tripod sweep and one that actually works at a high level is getting your partner's foot off the floor so they can't lean their weight onto it and easily back step out to avoid the